Well, this week we started working out the finer details of our annual conference. We've got some fantastic speakers. I'm very, very confident that we're going to have a very successful conference. The theme of the conference is Fight for Change. I'm very confident that we'll be able to equip our workplace delegates and in turn our membership with the tools that they're going to need to go out and effectively campaign against the job cuts that this government have imposed, and indeed against the further proposed cuts which we're facing at this point in time, particularly in areas like correctives, national parks and other frontline agencies. Predominantly the week has been taken up with what's happening in correctives, the proposed job cuts within correctives, the job cuts which are being really held behind a masquerade of benchmarking, this what you can only really call a ruse, where they're also looking at making future job cuts, but sort of saying that, well, there's going to be an expansion of a facility, say at Bathurst, where we're going to do a rebuild and expand it, so the job cuts won't be so bad because down the track you're going to have a bigger prison. But of course what goes with that is more inmates, more responsibility. So it's becoming quite acute within corrective services. The proposed cuts that they put on the table for Goldman were just ludicrous and completely unacceptable, but obviously they need to work through a process and try and put forward the alternate proposal from the union. And I've been scrummed down quite heavily with the PAVB, with Nicole Jess, with Dave McCauley, Jason Charlton, and working through that. I also had some discussion with our non-custodial people and indeed with some of the commissioned officers. So it's been very, very busy in terms of correctives. It does concern me greatly where that's heading, whether they try to impose those cuts now or in the immediate future. Other areas they're looking at imposing them down the track. So really it's important that we highlight to the community that there are real job cuts happening within corrections at a time when they are flowing over with inmates. They're full to the brim, 13,500 this week, and they're fast heading towards 14,000 in a system designed to take 11,000.